Let's go back now to the actual evening, the first evening. You're in the limo. You were at an upscale club of some sort. Tell us how you actually met the senator. Well, this is back in 1999. And what happened?
And this is the funny part. Everyone goes, well, you knew he was involved in politics. I'll be honest with you, I had no idea he was involved in politics.
Really?
I was introduced to Senator Obama by my limo driver, who I had on an earlier occasion.
This was in the club?
No, actually, I was introduced to Mr. Obama when I got out of the limo by the driver.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, they were friends. Like I told you earlier, I wanted to clarify something real quick in regards to a lot of people are saying, well, this is a sex act. I was not introduced to Senator Obama in any effort or attempt at a sexual encounter of any kind. It was actually to meet someone that I might be able to, to sit down and actually enjoy a conversation with.
Was Obama just on the street, happened to be walking by the limo? What was the deal?
No, actually, the limo driver, from what I understand, had called him and told him to meet us there.
Oh, really?
Because, like I said, when we got there and the driver opened the door, that's when the driver had introduced Obama to me. And
was Senator Obama alone at the time?
Yes, he was.
Okay.
We went in, we had drinks. It was a casual conversation. I had, told him why I was in the Chicago area, what I was doing there. There were some conversations regarding what I did for a living, which were not so legal at the time. I have to be honest about myself as well as about anything else. Can
you give the name of the club that you went into?
I really can't, and I'm going to tell you why. I can't because I'm almost 90% sure I remember the name, but I can't be 100% sure, and I'm waiting on some credit card statements from Citigroup on my credit card that was used in the club, so that when I do give the club's name, I give the correct name.
So you're seeking records going back to 1999.
And Citigroup has confirmed that they can get them for us. It's just going to take them a little bit of time.
All right. Well, there's a lot of pressure. I wouldn't hold my breath, but I understand. All right. So you're introduced to him. You go into the club. You sit down. You start chit-chatting with him. What's the common ground here? I don't quite understand that. Why would he want to speak to you, and why would you want to speak to him? I think I can understand that more easily. But there must have been some reason the driver wanted to put you two together.
Well, I had told the driver the incident before when I had hired the company to take me out with my godson that I was going to spend another night out, that I wanted, to meet people around Chicago. I wanted to know something about Chicago. I've lived all over this country, from New York to California, Miami, Texas, as well as Mexico.
Okay.
Funny thing is I'd never even been in the Chicago area until I went for my godson's graduation.
All right, so they hooked you up with a driver who was well-connected. He knew
well,
some people.
The way I understand it from the introduction and from my conversation with the driver was that he was introducing me to a friend of his. He was not introducing me to someone of power. He was introducing me to a personal friend of his. The conversations were very light and casual.
Did he tell you about his? Did he tell you about his background at the time? Did he tell you, by the way, I'm such and such?
He never identified himself as a state senator or representative in any way. He did acknowledge that he was in the legal field and worked in public service, which is fine for me because when I'm out and about, I have friends in Texas that I've taken out in limos regularly. I spent the summer of 2000 for a month and a half with first-class limousine service out in Myrtle Beach meeting people, and I'll tell you, I just like to get to meet people and talk casually. I really don't want to get personal and know a lot, about them and get involved in anything that can come back. And people are saying the same thing. They're going, well, why did you wait so long? Well, to be honest with you, I moved to Mexico a couple of years later. I've only been back in the U.S. since February of 2006.
All right. Without going into specific detail right now about your background, it seems rather clear that you you were not hurting for cash flow, at least at some points in your recent adulthood.
Not in any way.
Okay, all right. Well, money does things. So you're in the club. You have a few drinks. We got a break coming up here in just a minute or two, so we'll do that. We'll pick the story up. But you're talking, chit-chatting, and how are you struck by Barack Obama? Obviously, you got along well with him. Was there anything particular about him that you remember that was interesting to you?
Yeah, the part about it to me is all my life my gut's been a judge of character to me. And I felt so comfortable talking around him, so comfortable enough that I actually revealed some things about myself that could put me away for quite a bit of time. But, I mean, it's just like the flow of conversation and the comfort level there. And that's why I've told people when they say, well, how did the drug issue come up? I mean, I had to have felt that comfortable because I'm the one that brought the drug issue up, not him.
All right. We'll stop right there and pick it up in just a couple minutes. With Mr. Larry Sinclair, a remarkable story of allegations of gay sex and cocaine abuse being lodged against presidential candidate Democrat Senator Barack Obama. And we shall continue in just a few minutes.
Worshiping the Lord.